Oh, hey guys, it's me, Kevin Tinkin, speaking on behalf of the Apocalypse Soon podcast, begging, asking, pleading. Go to YouTube. Go over to Patreon. Go to EddiePepitone.com if you want anything and everything. It's all there. And now, let's get into the show. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Apocalypse Soon, the only podcast recorded below fighting squirrels in public. And here he is. Crikey, he's looking good. It's Eddie Pepitone.
Well, good day to y'all, and here we are in Australian National Park, surrounded by koalas.
Koalas all around.
Hey, so tell me, Angus, when the hell are you getting back from the deep country?
I don't know. I lost the accent so quick.
No, I just want to say welcome, everybody, to Apocalypse Soon. I'm Eddie Pepitone. This is Kevin Tinkin.
Hello.
We're here weekly just to kind of keep our followers' spirits up, to, hopefully this gets spread around. The messages, things are extremely dire, but have a very good sense of humor, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Have a very good sense of humor no matter where you are in life. Just, that's your saving grace, and that's the path I chose, Kev.
I like to think that as a natural disaster is happening, I will still be able to, make a fart noise to my friend. You know what I mean?
Well,
we see the nuclear explosion off in the distance, and I go, sorry about that. And then we just evaporate. That was me.
No, nuclear apocalyptic holocaustic humor is just starting to gain a foothold in some of the outer suburban clubs.
Yeah, when you've got...
Hey, Frank, did you see the apocalyptical stuff that guy was doing?
The guy was doing some good stuff original with the apocalypse. Nobody's touching on it. Nobody's touching on that stuff anymore.
I don't know why.
Nobody ever touching on that stuff anymore, but this guy...
We only have so much time left on the planet, Oh, I got some peanuts, folks. I've been feeding these squirrels out here.
Oh, dude.
Wow, look at them.
I got to move the camera so we can see all of them.
Oh, boy. Okay, folks, I'm going to feed some squirrels. And Kevin is going to move the camera so I can feed said squirrels. Hopefully, oh, yes, I do have some. Okay, guys. Here we go. I am going to feed. Where are you guys? Hey, squirrels. Well, guys, we're down here at Squirrel Headquarters, Bob. I thought they were going to be swarming.
I think they'll be back.
I still have some.
Oh,
right.
you never want to give all your nuts away to the first chunk of squirrels you see,
Anyway, I just want to say to everybody, if you need a paint job and there's not one that's directly next to you, you can get painted at Frank. You know what I do? I take my car. This woman works at fairs. You ever been to a Renaissance fair and say, hey, can you paint the Hierophant? That's the tarot for wounded healer.
Oh.
And they're in a tent and they're scantily dressed, but they're professional as hell.
Bill, you always have been so good at knowing how to find the outskirts of the hot ladies. You know what I mean?
I don't know what you mean.
I mean, you're telling me about Renaissance fair paint here, but, there's always, you always drop a little, there's real hot ladies painting your face. I remember we were telling me about going to the aquarium, and you talk about, you should have seen the octopus. It was huge. The handler was a beautiful lady and everything.
Yeah.
And then, I'm like, geez Louise. And
I do go to only topless banks. And right now the only topless bank there is, if you guys are looking into topless banks, are certain underground Wells Fargo locations. You can only get these if you were on a list.
You got to be invited by somebody who's already in. We're not going to try to, look, the deal. Here's the deal. You go to another bank, And I'll ask you this question: you deposit $10,000 in another bank. Does the teller ever take the top off for you?
Oh, no. Look, you're talking about a teller dance. There's lap dancers, there's teller dancers, withdrawal dancers, withdrawals over $5,000 dancers.
I got to go in the champagne room because I got a CD. I invested in a CD. I got a champagne room.
I have one CD. It stopped making sense by the talking heads.
It's in your bug out bag. I remember.
House.
Oh, here's another.
Ladies and gentlemen, the podcast has gotten off to a terrific start. Tinkin and Pepitone are just biding their time, waiting for a vein to show itself to them.
Pounce on with the needle of inspiration.
Tinky Taylor.
That would be funny if we did. If there was, we should do a commercial for the topless tellers.
Hi, I'm Betty Friedrichs.
Hi,
and I train tellers to be topless yet efficient. Yes, you might have some, at first some mistakes because you feel exposed, but a lot of our tellers go on to do greater topless things. Like we have topless surgeons now working in Cedars-Sinai, UCLA Health. A lot of surgeons are going topless, and they keep getting more and more hotter as the surgery quality doesn't go down. Maybe it goes down a little. No, I'm going to be honest. The surgery quality goes down a lot.
For the topless ladies?
Yeah, a little bit.
Hey, you want a great interaction at a bank? It could be something like this. Oh, hey, Mr. Pepitone. Oh, I noticed your savings is dwindling a little bit. What if I happen to hand you one of these perfume-soaked gloves if you transfer some of that paycheck into this savings account?
Perfume, what?
I soaked this glove in perfume for you.
I wasn't thinking glove.
Oh, well, that's going to be our top tier. Come over here and open up a second savings account for overdraft protection.
Do it for me.
Here you go. And just like that, you are protected from overdraft, and you got a pair of soaking underpants from a beautiful lady.
Soaking underpants. Hello, I'm Tom Fredericks, and here at Soaking Underpants, I'll tell you one thing. You're going to get your underpants soaking. We will soak your underpants, and we will soak them good.
That's right. Here, we get them wet, and we keep them wet.
We get them wet, and they keep them wet here at Bob's. Soaking underwear.
You don't want to go over to Tom's where you get your underwear all soaked, and then a few minutes later, they're dry as a bone. Not here.
We interrupt this bulletin to bring you a very sad note.
Hi, Ted. I didn't want to bring this to you, but I've decided not to pursue a second job in track lighting, so I'm not going to do that. Oh, we got our little doggy. We got another guest. We got another little doggy guest.
Little squirrel in the tree there, just chomping away. So, Eddie, you had that show last night in the main room.
Yeah.
At the Comedy Store that was amazing.
Oh, what'd you think?
I liked it.
Tell me, I didn't sell out to them, right? I just did my thing. Well,
no,
what do you think?
I don't even think about it. I never.
You know what I mean.
I mean, I've never seen you go up.
You know when someone is kind of pandering.
You go, where's my Raiders fans at, huh?
Where's my what?
Where's my Raiders fans at, huh? Yeah, all that kind of stuff,
Who likes to party?
Yeah. Who's drinking tonight?
In Miami, I was almost tempted to come on stage and go, who likes to party? And they would have went nuts. And then I would have been like, I've been sober for 35 years, and I think you people are godless. Like, that's how you open a show?
That's a great way to open a show. I like that. I think that would work really well.
That's the ultimate, switch right away.
Well,
right?
All of your audience jokes I love. So,
You do?
oh yeah. The round.
What do you like that I did last night? Was anything kind of new that you saw me do?
No, you did a different iteration of the porn in the car bit, because you went down a different rabbit hole.
Oh, really? What did I do?
I can't even remember now, but I remember afterwards thinking like, I was like, that'll be a fun clip or whatever to put up. But yeah, it's fun, and the house was packed. They were full. There was
I followed some heavy hitters.
yeah. Eric Griffin brought you up.
Bobby Lee, Jeff Ross, Eric Griffin, Eric G, and then me.
Is he going by Eric G?
No, I just that now.
That sounds like his R&B singer name.
Yo G.
Yo, G. It's me.
Eric Griffith, really funny stand-up.
Yeah, he mentioned last night that that he goes, he hates it when I say this, but this guy is a legend. And, and then you said something through the curtain.
Funny, he's been on so many things. He hates when I say this, but he is a living legend. One of my favorites. You gotta just, you're gonna love it. Give it up for the very talented Mr. Eddie Pepitone.
Yeah.
And he turned around and then he was like, I gotta, and then he introed you. And it was good. It was good. It was a great show. And then we had fun after and just hanging out for a little bit. It was good times. Good times. I would have just been sitting at home enjoying Severance, but it forced me to get out of the house.
Oh, by the way, this is just if you're into Severance. I espouse an anti-corporate ideology, yet I'm watching Apple TV. So draw, whatever conclusions you want to draw from that, please do. If I was really an intellectual, I would be reading Marcel Proust. I'd be reading the French. I'd be reading great historians.
By the way, I tried to read Marcel Proust.
Did you?
Yes.
Remembrance of Things Past?
Yes, I did. I downloaded it on Audible.
How was it?
I couldn't do it. It was too much, too flowery.
Too flowery?
Too flowery for me. I want it straight to the facts. I want
funny.
my literature to be more like an instruction manual.
Oh, that's fun.
No, I did listen to a bit of it, and I did have trouble following for some things where I'm just like, wait, oh shit, what was that? So I gotta actually read it. But
yeah, I haven't read to me. You can actually just say, hey Siri, can you read me the first 10 pages of Remembrance of Things Past by Marcel Proust?
that's amazing.
Would it be funny if you hear Siri snoring and you're like, Siri, and she's taken her own life?
Sorry about that.
Like she's but the Apple customer support, tells you that it's only your Siri that has taken its own life, not the collective Siri, but your Siri.
Yeah, I see that premise working well too. Like in the same vein of your of all the other professionals that have taken their own life or whatever, and then in Siri, finally finished it off. Siri, please. Like, sir, we can't give you another Siri. It would be irresponsible on our part.
So this is all we can give you is an Alec. Hello, mate.
By the way, I got the Indian.
Hello, Governor. Hello, Governor.
You enjoyed the Indian Alexa I had on my phone.
I did. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's just funny. You're taken aback. You're used to one voice, and then yours was particularly funny because it was so specific to a region.
Yes. Well, I was surprised because they have like 5 options, and that was one of them.
Right. This is my buddy here. He's yelling at a lot of doggies. He always he's a retired, I believe he's a retired, lighting guy or foreign guy.
That's a little poppers.
He's
Look at that
getting
little
fit.
poppers.
He always takes care of all these doggies.
Oh, that's amazing.
I think one is new and is giving him trouble. Anyway, folks, we wish you could see what we're talking about. It's beautiful dogs just all over here on a gorgeous summer's day. And I want to say that I got the fruit you asked me to get at Ralph's, my dear. Ralph's, my dear. Do you remember when there were songs about shopping at Ralph's, when there was a simpler time? Remember when AI intelligence was just the thought of some nerd? And now it's about to take over your entire life. You're gonna be in prison. Life is gonna be an escalating, or should I say de-escalating, descent into hell. Da, 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 da. So I got the fruit from Ralph's today. I got pears, I got bananas, I got peaches, I got mangoes, I got cherries, Bing cherries, I got organic blueberries, and they were frozen. They were frozen like my heart. The only thing that should be frozen, folks, is the rent. The rent should be frozen, not my heart. What do you think about that, Kev?
I think it's
What
beautiful.
did you do? What did you do this week?
This week? Well, I'm trying to think
Anything
between
like-
today and yesterday.
Oh, okay. So it
we
was
did-
yesterday that we
Yeah.
chatted about.
Hey, well, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
I saw a rocket go into space yesterday
Yeah, where?
in Tahunga at my home. Last night when I got home.
SpaceX?
I think so. But this thing looked wild. I posted it on my Instagram,
Oh, yeah. I should check it out.
and it was.
You knew it was going off, or you just
No,
heard it?
I just happened. I just happened to go. I just happened to be there. I happened to be by as it was I was walking up my stairs, and I turned around, and there was a rocket.
We have
going
to
up.
Google now. Who was sending rocket? I mean,
Yeah, well-
it was either the little fascist Nepo fuckhead Elon,
I think that's who it was.
or NASA had something.
yeah, I think.
Or there's this one guy, Fred, over in Ventura, who has a couple of rockets. Imagine, there are a couple of just scattered billionaires that we don't even know about. They invented whatever it is, technology-wise.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
What would you invent if you were a billionaire? What would be your secret billionaire project?
Ooh, that's too exciting to think of.
I think I'd build myself some sort of new body. For
New what?
sure. A new body. What
What would be awesome is that you could build, finance a comedy club that is yours.
Yeah.
If you're like us and we come into $1 billion, right?
Yeah.
Finance a club and just you use it to do your thing, and then people you love to come in there and play.
Oh, yeah. And have a lot of hangout space in the room as well.
And you never have to worry about money, but you run it with the best people.
See, I would get a 14-inch penis.
Uh-huh.
If I was that immediately would be the first thing, and a lot of people have criticized that view of mine. Apocalypse Soon is sponsored by MyBookie. Break out the peanuts and the Cracker Jacks. Baseball season's here. You can make the season even more exciting with MyBookie. MyBookie is the place for first-time bettors and the preferred choice of true sports fans. Stop being a baby and place some dang bets on the game already. With MyBookie, it couldn't be easier. Go and check it out. There's all kinds of stuff on there. I've lost so much money, but the next time is going to be big. I'm telling you guys. If you're not a huge sports fan, you can still get in the fun. MyBookie has tons of games you can play, like blackjack and European roulette. Sign up now with the code PEP and you can boost your bankroll with a deposit bonus designed to help you make the most of your money. If you don't want a bonus, that's okay. Just let them know that we sent you. That's code PEP when you download the MyBookie app or click the link in our show notes. Bet on every game, anytime, from anywhere. Only with MyBookie.
Well, I feel like you know what you're doing.
Mm-hmm. Look at this guy.
Who?
Look at this guy behind us.
Oh,
There's a little guy over here.
Hello, little guy.
Oh, he's rubbing on something on the ground.
Oh, my doggy does that too. So anyway,
We should do another Charlotte Reveals Secrets.
so you chilled out last. Oh yeah, okay. You want to do that?
Yeah, that's a good bit.
Okay, let's do it.
And now, Charlotte spills the beans on Eddie Pepitone.
Okay, my owner Eddie is always nervous that he's gonna get caught doing things he shouldn't do, and I watch him do these things, you know, like smoke pot out of the kitchen window. He's really scared of getting caught doing that. And the thing is he's 66. You'd think at this point he would feel comfortable living his own life, but he doesn't. Also, I want to tell you that right now he's going through a bad phase with produce where, whenever he opens the refrigerator door, he keeps some of my treats in there. So I look in there and he's got a cucumber and a couple of carrots that look like pretty soon they're gonna be reanimated and take over the world. They look so disgustingly evil. Hello. How are you? Hi. Ladies and gentlemen. Oh, I didn't notice there was like a little. Anyway, we've got a lot of dogs surrounding us. It's very fun out here. It is a gorgeous day. It is a gorgeous day in the valley where it's just warm enough to feel sultry. But in the shade, it's absolutely gorgeous. But even in the sun, it's beautiful.
Great
today,
day.
right?
Beautiful day. This is the kind of day where if I had a better body, I'd be out here sunbathing. You know what I mean?
I oil it up. I oil nude, I'm saying. I have a lot of nude activities. One of them, whenever I use a hole punch, I want to be nude, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Here's my nude activities. Whenever I'm using a hole punch for scripts to put in a binder, this little, is that a Boston Terrier?
I think so, yeah.
He is out of his mind looking for squirrel. What is it, buddy? What is it? He's out of his mind. Anyway, folks, just enjoy nature. Nature is around us, and we are nature.
It's
Me and you.
right.
Who's that?
Little guy.
Hello. Me and you are also part of nature.
We're
right,
in
Kev?
it.
And that's why I'm nude, and I'll give you 7 things.
Thank you.
The hole punch is one.
Mm-hmm.
Secondly, if ever there's Amazon delivery, I always open the door, birthday suit.
Oh.
You know? And before the prostate surgery, I always had an erection. Now it's just, very small, flaccid.
But you stick to it.
Huh?
But you stick to it. You stick to the rule.
Right. I have 7. That's 2. Hole punch, Amazon delivery guy. 3, and this one may be controversial. Whenever I fill up my tire with air at a gas station, I will take off my clothes in the car and I'll fill it up naked.
Well, you do it as a service to the other patrons.
No, I do it because I bend over and I'm like sunning my butthole. I don't know if you know about that phase right now. Do you know about that phase?
Tell me about it.
It's, I forget what it's called. Butthole sunning. It's awesome.
It's supposed to be pretty good for you, from what I've heard. I don't know much about it. But you're already out here anyway.
And then I will also be naked when I am making this particular dish that I love. It's a vegan fajitas. and it involves spices that I don't want to get on my clothes. So I will just do that completely a la fresco, just prancing in my kitchen as naked as day one on the planet. When fish finally learn, we came from the ocean. That's the evolutionary theory.
Yes.
That we came from the ocean and eventually we started to walk.
Yeah.
We came.
We walked out.
I remember. I have a good memory, and I remember when I was part fish. I was
Really?
part fish, and I was trying to walk. And the first few days, I was like, "Motherfucker, I'm a swimmer. God damn it, I'm a swimmer."
You got to evolve. You got to evolve, though. You have to. So we're only up to number 4, which was a very spicy vegan
all
dish.
my naked things. Yeah, and then whenever I'm in a bartering situation, whether it be at a market or just online, I will take off my clothes. Because I feel like when you're bartering, you want to get the upper hand. And what better way than to have your 2-inch hammer hanging out?
Oh, yeah. That's a real bargaining chip you got there,
Yeah. Chip is the right word,
That's
my
right.
friend.
You fling
It's
that
the
thing on the
size of a
counter.
little taco chip. Right. So we met yesterday. You taped me at the Comedy Store, and you thought it was a pretty good set.
I did think it was a pretty good
Anything
set.
stand out for you? Kev taped me doing the main room in the Comedy Store. I hadn't played it in a while, but I felt very comfy.
Well, you're going back too, right? You got a
Tonight I have the
spots.
OR, which I love, and then tomorrow main room.
Hell yeah.
Both Improv and Comedy Store, but yeah, Comedy Store is wild.
It is wild. Yeah, no, it was fun. It was crazy that it was so packed for a weekday.
Yeah,
that full. It
we
was
saw
great.
Greg Fitzsimmons, then Bobby Lee, then Jeff Ross.
Did you see Greg?
Yes,
I like Greg Fitzsimmons. We got to get him out here.
I love Greg. Yeah,
He'd
yeah.
come
See
out
if he'll
here.
come. I mean,
We'll convince him to get out here.
I've done his podcast a couple of times.
Oh, really?
And he podcasts out of the West Side. He's a West Side boy, Santa Monica podcast studio somewhere.
Very nice. I think I've been at to that studio.
Or Venice. But anyway, what else do you have spots? I have the Comedy Store tonight and tomorrow, and the Improv tomorrow. What do you have spots this weekend? You're going up to Bass Lake?
I'm going to Bass Lake.
Tell the audience about Bass
We
Lake.
go to Bass Lake. It's in Sequoia National Forest. It's beautiful.
Sequoia.
I believe so.
Sequoia National Forest. You called it Sequoia.
Sequoia. Yeah, well, that's what the natives call it, Do
they?
Oh, I don't know.
I hate when people pull the native card.
Great restaurant up there that always takes care of us, which is nice because you're in the woods. But to be able to get a really good meal, we're going to get some steaks tomorrow, and I'm pumped.
Whoa.
And then the venue...
Yeah.
Seats, I mean, it's a huge venue, but they usually get about 150 people in there.
How long is the
And,
drive?
It's about 4 hours.
So when are you leaving?
Tomorrow around 11, probably.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
So you 11, and you'll probably be there around 3
Yeah.
ish.
God,
4. Let's say 4:30.
God willing. I got to stop and have some smoke breaks, the scenery.
Yeah. Plus, the gas station food has gotten so great lately. Like, the gas stations I go to now have sommeliers, like for different beverage choices. Also, some of the tuna fish that they're using at the Shell, Sunoco stations and the tuna fish sandwiches,
It's
the
aged.
quality, well, the aging process is a whole nother ball of wax. I'll give you that for sure,
And there's not enough advocates for gas station foods. And I think it's a good thing because there are chefs out there that put their heart and soul into those egg salad sandwiches, and
Right. And if anybody's paying attention, mobile Exxon, to a lesser extent, some of the Arcos are using only, 2-star, 3-star Michelin chefs. At most of the Exxons and Mobils I've been to lately have these little eggs with some meat next to it in a saran wrap thing, and it's getting a lot of good feedback from people. A lot of the parfaits that are pre-made in the Indian Ocean.
Pre-made parfait in the Indian Ocean.
Yeah.
That sounds like a sitcom.
I just love a good parfait. How about you?
Oh, love a parfait. I love layers and ice cream and yogurt. I'm a big fan. I'm a big old fan. Yeah, you give me a parfait. By the way, I think this guy's about to tan his butthole.
You think what?
This is what I would be doing if I was in shape. I'd be doing exactly what this guy's doing.
Oh,
yeah.
Sunning his butthole?
Oh, yeah. I'd be out here sunning. Oh, yeah. Getting the abs nice nice and browned up.
I'd be having a freak off with myself if I was in shape.
You'd need 1,000 bottles of baby oil just for you.
I would just seduce myself. I would go home. I would put on jazz, first of all, because I know that I like jazz, and I'd put on some kind of sexy jazz. And I also got a new lofty lamp, it's called, and I'll just put on sienna or Joshua Tree colors. And then I'll start going, hey, big guy. I'll look in the mirror to shave. What, you shaving for me? Why, you want to masturbate? You don't have to shave for me. You don't have to shave for me. Look, I masturbate with you even though you're leaking urine all over the place. So why all of a sudden are there pretenses between us? You want to get in that bed? Just let's do it. You don't need to put on jazz music. I masturbate at the drop of a dime. You know that.
Well, anytime you see the effects of gravity, you always want to masturbate.
Good evening. Welcome to the Masturbation Finals. I'm the last newscaster on Earth, fucking insane. The Masturbation Finals are as follows. 6 o'clock, I will masturbate. 6:03, I will masturbate again. 6:05, I, fucking insane, will masturbate again. 6:07, I will masturbate. 6:09, I will masturbate. I am fucking insane. I will be masturbating every 2 minutes till the end of fucking time. Back to you, Biff, which is really me, fucking insane. That's a gorgeous day.
Really great turnaround time on that guy. He really has figured it out. Jacking it every 2 minutes.
Well, when you've gone completely insane, there are a couple of benefits. One of them is you're very in touch with your primordial self.
Oh, you got to touch him.
And you want constant, release, reload, release, reload. It's like shooting a gun.
Oh,
it's warfare.
It really is.
Except with yourself and the walls and beds, whatever you're near.
Or a person, God forbid.
There's not a lot of that.
No, but it gets dangerous. No, my wife has always let me know.
My wife.
She's like, give me a head start if you're going to start doing that.
Wow.
I go, I'll be in here, and I'll be here in the bathroom with the exhaust fan on.
Well, I'm excited for you. Is that a whole weekend trip? It sounds like a 4-hour drive. You're leaving Saturday?
Yeah, we're going to come back Sunday,
so one show up there?
Yeah, one show.
That's going to be cool, though. Do you know if a lot of tickets have been sold?
Yeah, they're I think they're just about sold out,
nice.
Which is great. They always get people out there. I'm always surprised. Maybe it just speaks to my self-esteem, but I'm always like, really? There's people here, but it'll be good. It's always a great time, and there's a bar that's about 2 doors down from the venue, and everybody who's at the show is going to the bar. So then afterwards, everybody's kind of having a party and buying each other drinks and karaoke and conspiracy theories on the patio.
Sounds like fun, and it's like in a bucolic, very pretty, pastoral location.
Yeah. And I want to do a little run where we stop through there, because then
I was thinking if you know those places.
Oh yeah. I got some of those spots. I've done a lot of gigs in the mountain areas because the Central Valley.
Right.
I mean, for a long
What
time.
about the Central Valley? It's pretty close to mountains.
Very close.
How
Yes.
close?
An hour. Not
so
even. An hour. But I would get hired for shows, private shows or whatever, any random thing, and a lot of them would be up here in these mountain areas in Coarse Gold or different other places that are out there, and beautiful, but you'd find a little chunk of cabins out somewhere in the middle of nowhere by a lake, and you're like, oh, this is cool, and you're doing a show to like 25 people, and it's always great.
Wow.
I remember one time I showed up at a show like that, and there was a bat that was stuck in the cabin, and everybody was freaking out, and like, I didn't even introduce myself to anybody. I was just seeing everybody like.
And did you get it out of there?
Oh, well, I didn't. Somebody else got it out, and then they were like, "Well, hello, welcome."
Well, that's why in these like distant locations, I always will say, "Is there a bat wrangler there? Like, are there? Are you sure this bat isn't Batman or Dracula?
Oh, yeah.
It could be Dracula, right?
I like to have a snake.
You have to vet bats. Is this Bruce Wayne?
Mm-hmm.
Is this, you know what I mean?
And they carry a lot of diseases.
It's Dracula. They carry a lot, especially if they fuck around.
Oh, and
There's a lot of STDs.
Horny little bats. Just not caring, really, just biting anything that'll let them.
I think creatures that are winged think they can have sex and just fly the fuck away.
Entitled.
You know what I mean? They just have sex and they're like, fuck, I'm out of here.
Like, I'm quick. I get in,
With
I get
us,
out.
we have to get in cars where, these bats, they could just fly away after a great sexual weekend by the ocean.
Yep. Well, I always, planning really takes the joy out of it, having to plan the sexual encounters. A bat, he's just flying around, there it is, bam. That sounds like it might be an inappropriate aggressive bat, but, I understand, I like a little spontaneity,
Yeah.
You would tell me about something spontaneous. Doing coke in the stairwell at the restaurant back in New York back in the day.
I went through a summer of doing cocaine, and that was it, and I didn't like it. And I know to the cokeheads out there, they're like, what the fuck? But I really didn't. For good, thank God, right? Because that could be a nasty little addiction with my little addictive personality. But
Same.
I would just get I would get like whiteouts, they were called. Like I would just see bright light.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I got offered it 2 nights ago, and I'm just like, no.
Really? Who are you? Man, you're hanging out with some players, some ballers.
Oh, yeah. I'm out there at the after
You're
club.
balling out there, bro.
And I'm always the guy too, and I've been this guy since I was in high school, who's just like, oh no, I'm good. Like there's women everywhere and drugs, and they're like, Kevin, are you? And I'm like, nah, I'm just hanging out. And yeah, it was an interesting the after party that I was at was I didn't stay for too long. Because of that, and I was like, all right, I got to get out of here. I'm kind of giggling with I went with a friend and when we were walking out, we were both like giggling, like, yeah, we don't belong here. This is not good.
Right. When it gets like that, I immediately go have some hot dogs with fries. I kind of transfer my demon self to a lesser demon.
Oh, I know. Oh, I know about the transference.
Do you have a demon inside yet you want to get it out of you yet you don't? Well, come on down. The big owls will take some of the demon out, but not the total demon, so you could still have, zest for life or whatever the kids are calling it today. Big Owls has an understanding of your love for your demon.
And it's not a just get rid of it altogether. We leave a remnant behind.
That's right. We've been thinking outside the box since day one of the box being invented over here at Big Al's. We are thinkers who think outside of the box. You want people who think inside a box? Go elsewhere.
Get out of
Don't
here.
let the door hit you in the ass.
I remember the first day we saw the box, and this is no bullshit. Al right here, he goes, "What's outside of that box, though?" You know, and I was
That
like,
was
wow,
the first time I thought outside the box.
it's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So if you want outside of the box thinking, come to Big Al's outside of the box thinking store where we sell something, but it's out of the box.
Yeah.
I can't even remember what we were talking. It was Big Al something. Big Al something.
Hello, have you had the brain? Have you had the brain go bad in your freezer because you forgot about it? Well, we have it in the Bisco. Forgotten brain in the freezer is our new cookie. It's made by Banksy, sold by Prisoner, Ring Camera, I'm Charles DeBrisco. Also, I want to tell you, driving in the rain will be right back after this word from our latest cookie. Did you leave a brain in the freezer? We have. Oh, I already gave that. I already did that one. Hold on. Ben, can you get me the copy for the cookie that when the first Kennedy John was shot, the assassination cookie?
Oh, yeah, no problem.
You know, because they just released a treasure trove, a treasure trove of new documents on the JFK assassination. Actually, it didn't shed any light.
No?
No.
Yeah, look for the big question mark on the box.
All right. Oh, here we go. 3, 2, 1. You're on, Chuck. You ever see a president get shot on television? Brain splatter. Jackie O crawls to the back of her. We have. And this one is called Grassy Knoll, Nebraska. We got scouts who are, well, they're prisoners. Don't use your ring camera. They're not supposed. Anyway,
The rain in the valley was just too much for this cabbie, this Uber driver, this Instacart driver, this DoorDash driver to handle. I was used to rain like rain that would happen in the Bahamas. Bahamian rain was rain that would suddenly burst on you like a mugger. I used to drive a little taxi. It was a pedo bike, not a pedophilia bike, a pedo bike. It was, I would get people to come for rides with me, and I would never take them back to their loved ones. I always just buried them wherever they, and then and it wasn't even for money. It was I had an itch. Anyway, the rain was coming down like Bahamian rain.
We interrupt this driving in the rain to talk to you about cutlery. Cutlery is something we all must have. Whether or not you've been to the emergency room because our knives here at Chuck's Knives are too sharp. Also, we are this week making our own white linen shirts here at Chuck's. You can get that, a doppelganger from hell. Have you ever seen a doppelganger from hell, folks? It's something akin to opening, like getting home late at night and you're paranoid, you're alone, and then you open up a door you hardly ever open, and it's just a skeleton of your dead mother, that kind of thing.
we have skeleton of your dead mother cookie sold by scouts who are convicts. Don't Don't use your ring camera.
Don't do it. Pick up your box today.
Well, Kev, that seems to be another one in the books.
Oh, yes, sir. We did it. This one, it'll be interesting with these last 3 episodes because
The trifecta from hell.
it's been wild. There's going to be stuff. There'll be, if people criticize this, we'll be like, hey, you got to watch 4 or 5 episodes to understand. Sometimes Eddie starts a Driving in the Rain in one episode and finishes it up in another, you know?
This isn't to be, these podcasts are a whole. Everyone is connected. And that's what we strive for here. These were written many, many months ago, and they have an arc.
That's right.
We ask you to find us and let us know.
Yeah, and
Let us know what that arc is.
you're not even...
Let us know what that arc is. Sorry. folks. Write in if you know what these, because it's our podcasts are of a whole.
Yeah. Now, feel free to write your story fiction, your fan fiction of the Apocalypse Soon podcast. If you want to see more of this podcast, go over to YouTube where we've got every episode in full, beautiful 1080p. And go over to patreon.com if you want to give us some extra cash because you want to get some more content. We've got exclusive Eddie Pepitone stand-up clips over there, as well as some Patreon exclusive episodes and some random other stuff we throw up there periodically. And then go to eddiepepitone.com and you can see all of the show dates, including April 27th. Hollywood Improv Lab. Me and Eddie doing stand-up.
That's right. Come see Eddie Pepitone presents this awful mess with the great Kevin Tinkin. And we are excited about our premiere show April 27th. Go to eddiepepitone.com. I am touring again. I'll be touring for the rest of the year on and off. And that's about it.
That's about it, folks. Thanks for joining us here in the park, and look at these beautiful puppies.
And the dogs aren't bad either.
Give us a sign off.
Thank you, folks, for watching Apocalypse Soon, the podcast with no upside.